What's up guys, my name is Will. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be installing the Roadanvi CarPlay / Android Auto head unit. So with that, let's just go ahead and jump right into the install. Alright, first step, you're going to take the positive and negative connections off your battery so you can disconnect it. Alright, the first thing you're going to want to do is pull out the old head unit and the trim piece that comes with it. The trick is you just give it a good pull and it should come off pretty easy. Just like that. Like I said, just get a good grip on it and then give it a good tug and it should come off. You got to be a little bit rough with it, but one good tug, it's coming off pretty easy. Next, you're going to have 2 bolts on each side of the head unit and you're going to take those out with a 10mm socket. Alright, once you got those bolts out, it is time to pull the actual head unit out. Alright, so now once you have the head unit out, you can go ahead and start to unplug everything. Alright, so on the wiring instructions, after reading them, there is 2 different wiring harnesses that you will get with this kit for the Tacoma. So if your Tacoma's original head unit looks like this, then you will use this wiring kit, the CB004. If your Tacoma's original head unit looks like this, you'll use the CB047. And when it says shear canvas with CB004, this is the canvas they were talking about, this burgundy colored box. On the wiring harnesses, they're labeled on the connectors. So this one is CB047. My original head unit looks like the first one, the CB004, so I know I'm not going to be using this wiring harness. But what I will have to do is take the canvas off the burgundy box, off of this wiring kit that I don't need. I'm just going to throw this to the side. Hopefully I don't need it. And then I'm going to plug it into this wiring harness that is labeled CB004. Let's see if I can get that in focus. CB004. So this will go into this one. That is really the first step. You will take it and find the correct connector. It should be this male connector. And you will plug it right into the canvas. Easy as that. Now, when you're plugging it up into the factory harness that comes out, pretty much all of the plugs on here will be male ends. So you'll just match them with the female ends that are on the wiring kit that comes with the head unit. So like this one matches this one, and I will plug it in, and then I will do the rest for the rest of it. And then after I get that done, we'll come back and figure out what else we need to do. All right, switching to the phone for this. So when plugging everything in, everything's pretty self-explanatory. The number of pins correlate with only one connector, so you can't really get it wrong. These will have little caps on them for the Wi-Fi and the 4G. Just take those caps off and screw them in. But everything on the back of this is pretty self-explanatory. You just plug it in until you run out of things to plug in. Then you're good to go on the back. All right, back to the camera. So when plugging this stuff back into your factory wiring harness, you have a couple different AV cables, or whatever you call these. You will plug them up to the correlating colors, but an issue that a lot of people run into is that there is 2 yellow cables. So there's this yellow cable that's plugged up right here, and then there's also this yellow cable. Basically, to figure out which one you need to use is when you go over to your wiring harness, you can just kind of wiggle this cable and see that this plug is not plugged into your factory harness. So you're not going to use this yellow cable. You use the one that is actually plugged into your factory wiring harness, which is this one. So just wiggle them around and figure out which ones that you need to plug in, and then you can go on to the next step, which is plugging all this other stuff in. So we've got pretty much everything plugged in right now, and I will go through everything just to make it easy for you guys. So you don't even have to think about it. Once you've got this unit back in your truck, you will have a couple things to do. You will have this plug, this black skinny long plug that will plug into here. It only will plug into one of these plugs, so it will go directly in. And then you will have this plug as well. I'll go ahead and plug it for you so you can see it. It's this circular plug right here. And you will take this and plug it into the circular port on the bottom left-hand side of the unit. The next thing you're going to need to do is there is going to be a USB port that comes out of one of the plugs that you did earlier. Let's see if I can find it. So this USB port right here. On here, it's going to be labeled. You're going to have a couple different USBs. So it'll be labeled, see if I can get focused. So this will be labeled USB. So this USB will go to this adapter right here. And this adapter is labeled, I don't know if this is going to focus, but it's labeled ZECL- I believe it is 290. This will go, it's got a black female end right here. That will go into this gray wire that's coming out of your factory harness. So that's the three things that you need to plug in. So I am switching back over to the phone real quick to show you a couple things. There is a couple leads that come off of here that go to a couple different things. As you can see, this long, I believe this is the 4G stick. I just stuck that back here to this tube, wherever I had the space. And then there is also the GPS unit. I stuck that back here. It's a little flat back here, so it was a good mounting option right there. And I just put it right there. And there is also, let's see if I can get it to you. There's also a microphone. I went down through, there's a gap you can go to, down through the pedal box, and then I just put the microphone down there. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna use it, but if I need it, I'll have it down there. That's the only other things that I can think of that were plugged into here that you need to put in before you install it. I kind of messed up before. I should have replaced these red clips, but I forgot. So there is going to be on your OEM trim piece, there's going to be plastic clips that are plastic red clips that are on these little tabs. So you have to pull those off. What I did was I have a handy knife on my keychain, so I just pried them off with that, and it worked pretty good. Just be careful because they fly off. On here, you'll need to remove the vents as well. So I will show you where it is. So right here, there is a tab that you'll need to pry this tab up to release it. So you'll just pry up one of these and then kind of move it up and do it for the rest of it. There's two more after that one. So you just do that and it should come right out, and then you just put it right back into the aftermarket trim piece. All right, we have now put back both of the vents, all the tabs. I think we're pretty much ready to go. I am going to turn the truck on. I'm gonna go plug the battery in and turn the truck on, see what happens with the head unit. If it turns on and everything's fine, then we'll just run it without it. But if not, then I'll have to figure out where to put this. But we'll go ahead and try that. Another thing I wanted to point out is there are a couple more accessories that come off of the head unit. Let's see if I can find them. So we've got a couple extra USB ports, and we also have an SD card. There's an SD card reader somewhere in here. Basically what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna route those back through here down to where I have the microphone at. I'm just gonna have those hang down. I'll just zip tie them or double-sided tape them down there if I ever need them. I don't think I will, because I'll just probably use Bluetooth. But if I want to upload movies to this, then I'll just use that SD card slot, but probably have them hanging down there and tuck them away if I ever need them. All right, so I went to the battery and I plugged the battery back in. It turned on fine without the ground being in. So if you see that ground wire and you're worried about it, there's nothing to worry about. So we've got all that ready. Now we have the wires put back in, and I'm telling y'all, I'm a maniac because I'm just gonna throw these back in here, and I am not going to worry about it. So we're gonna throw this in here and then I'll get a better view for y'all. All right, so now we've got it back in and just pushed it in to make sure it clipped in good. All of the vents are working properly. So now I will go ahead and do the money shot, peel off this, Nice and brand new. That's looking pretty good. So now that it's installed, it's pretty straightforward. It's really not too hard. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a question in the comments and I'll try to answer them the best I can. If I can't, hopefully somebody else can help you, but they're also pretty responsive if you email them. Be on the lookout for a review video. I'm gonna try to get that out here soon, and we'll go through all the features and what I like about it. With that, thank you for watching the video. Feel free to look at some of my other videos. Hopefully, I got a new camera, so I'm gonna try to come out with some more videos here soon. Hopefully some camping, maybe fishing stuff. Hopefully I'll just keep getting the quality better on these videos and you like them. So I appreciate it, thanks.